Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna do a bit of a series over a couple of weeks, and it's going to be basically on about shoe rotation. It's probably more aimed for the new and intermediate runners, not so much for the experienced runners, because no doubt they'll all have their shoes and plans pretty set well and to a T. So I don't expect that to be the case. So it's mainly for the new and to the intermediate runners who probably want a bit of advice on what shoe to wear per session. So today I'm going to talk about recovery. If you like my videos, please press the like button, and also drop us a comment, because I'd love to know what your recovery shoe is. I'll definitely respond, and also if you haven't, please subscribe. So today I'm going to talk about my recovery shoe, which is the Puma Mag Max. So I won't take you through too much. I'll just quickly go through the stats and features. I wear a US 11.5, and it's a pretty heavy shoe. It comes in at just over 300 grams, about 310 grams. It's 46 mil in the rear, with going down to 38 in the forefoot, and that's around about an 8 mil drop. It's an engineered mesh upper, pretty breathable, pretty comfortable, neutral sort of a shoe. The midsole is a full nitro foam. It's not plated. It's got some really good bounce to it, and basically that's just about it. The tongue is gusseted there, so it's a very stretchy tongue. It's a really nice tongue, and it comes in at $280, so it's not cheap. It's pretty expensive, but yes, that's basically the stats and the features on the shoe. So as I was saying, I initially bought this, I've probably had it for about 3 or 4 months now, and I do like the Puma. Look, the last thing I'll probably talk about is the outsoles, the Puma grip. Look, nothing beats Puma. The outsole is amazing. It's obviously a huge wide platform. The grip is amazing with Puma, as the Puma grip is just so sticky. Great in the dry, great in the wet. You could probably even, to be honest, with the lugs in it, you could probably even take this on light trails if you wanted to, because you've just got such great grip there. Yeah, so that's basically that on the shoe. As I said, initially I bought this shoe as a long run recovery type shoe. I have taken it on a couple of long runs. Probably for me, it probably wasn't really a good choice for a long run shoe. I do find it a bit heavy underfoot. It's a lot of shoe, as you can sort of see. Unfortunately, with this sort of shoe, because you've got such big stack height and a really wide platform, it's always going to be a lot of shoe. That never really went away from me, to be honest. Every time I do look at the shoe, I just think, wow, it's a lot of shoe. And it does feel like that as well. As I said, I've taken it on a few long runs. Look, it's got pretty good response. It is bouncy. The foam is fantastic. It is pretty snappy. You can pick the pace up in it as well if you want to. Look, to be honest, it's more of a cruiser. It's not really designed to go fast in it, but you can pick up the pace and go a little bit quick if you want to. The bounce is good with it. Obviously, they've got the message on the back as well, which we all sort of know about. But as a long run shoe, it probably might work for some people. I would say probably for a heavier type runner. I'm only 57 kilos, so I'm pretty light, obviously. But for a heavy type runner, I think it'd probably work well as a long run shoe. But for me, being a lighter frame person, it didn't really work as a long run shoe. As I said, I wore it in the dry and in the wet, and a few times when I did use it on the longer run. I think I might have used it once or twice for maybe sort of 21 k's over. One time we had a torrential downpour, and they got soaked, and I was probably only 10-15 kilometres in, and oh gee, they were awful. They felt so heavy. It felt like I was weighed down by a brick, and I certainly, being a lighter frame person, heavy shoes for me just don't work. So I pretty much swapped it out and realised it wasn't a long run shoe for me. So I thought, look, for realistically at $280, what's the best way that I could utilise it for? And for me, it was a recovery shoe. I do my long runs on a Sunday. Currently, I'm starting to step up my long runs. Yesterday, I did 30Ks for my long run. Surprisingly, my legs weren't too beaten up today. I felt okay, but with a recovery run, I just go to feel. I certainly don't go to any pace. I think that's pretty pointless. I ran 16 kilometres this morning at a pretty slow speed, but I just want a shoe that totally protects me from the ground and feels really comfortable on foot, which these are. They're so comfortable as a running shoe. You know, you look a lot of stack, but you could use them also as a walking shoe, no problems, because they're so stable as well. But for me, they just work so well as a recovery shoe. Expensive for a recovery shoe. Maybe it's not going to, maybe for a lot of people, they'll probably go, well, $280 for a recovery shoe is pretty expensive. But look, intentionally, I didn't buy them just for recovery, but now they just solely sit in my rotation and I recover on a Monday. So look, they're not going to, I think these have now got about 250 to 300 kilometres, and look, there's no wear whatsoever, to be honest. And there's still plenty of bounce. I suspect I'm going to get probably 800 kilometres easily out of them, and by then I'm probably going to be bored of them, so I'll probably just donate them somewhere. But as a recovery shoe, for me, for a lighter runner, I think it's a great choice as a recovery shoe. For a heavier runner, I would definitely use it as a recovery shoe as well as a long run shoe, because I think it'd be beneficial. So that's basically what I do with the Mag Max. There is a lot of obviously Max Cush shoes out there which you can utilise for your recovery and your long run. I do like Puma. It is pretty wide in the toe box here, so you've got lots of room. And I do feel as a recovery shoe, it's for newish runners and people that want to build on a rotation, is get a shoe that is comfortable. Get a shoe with a big toe box, so you're not squished in, because generally if your daily is probably going to be a little bit narrower, and your speed shoes as well are going to be a lot more narrow. So on that one day recovery, get a shoe where you've got a lot of volume and it's comfortable. Don't worry about pace. Pace is irrelevant on a recovery day. It's all about just ticking the legs over and trying to freshen them up for your next session. Generally on a Tuesday, I'll do a speed session. So I want to tick my legs over. So then on a Tuesday, I'm pretty comfortable for that come Tuesday morning. So I feel that the Mag Max is a really, really good recovery day shoe, and I think it'll work well for definitely the people that are probably under 70 kilos. But it'll also work, I think, really well for people that are heavier type runners as well. So for all you new guys and girls out there that are looking for a dedicated recovery or even a long run shoe, is have a look at the Mag Max. Expensive, but incredibly durable. Look, realistically, if you just use it as a recovery shoe, you've got it for 12 months, no problems, if not longer. So I say you work that out. Then it's probably fairly cost effective if you've got a shoe that you're not going to wear a great deal once a week. Yeah, you're not wearing it a lot, but it'll last and last, and you can wear this casually because it is stable. Not a lot of bend in it. It's stable, and it's just so comfortable underfoot. So I don't love the colourway on this one. You've got the power take there as well for a bit of stability as well. But look, overall, if you're looking for if you're looking for a stable, comfortable recovery or long run shoe, I don't think you can go past the Puma Mag Max. So that's it on the recovery shoe. I'm going to do this weekly and go through for, as I said, for me, predominantly new runners and intermediate sort of runners, a bit of a rotation on what I use and what could be beneficial for you guys and girls. Just my thoughts. I've been running a long time, so I feel that I've got a fairly good knowledge on the types of shoes for the run. But if you like it, or if you want a bit of advice, I'm happy to. I'll definitely get back to everybody. So tell me what you guys wear on a recovery as well. Whack it in the comments and give us a like. And I'd love a subscribe. And we'll speak to you soon. Happy running.